Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kal Halal Yamala, meaning all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, or HaHaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, it's the brother Azariah here with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, and basically, this is a little quick lesson I want to go into, just about also going into the times that we living in, a lot of prophecies is popping off, man. A lot of prophecies is popping off and coming to pass. And with that being said, we have to take heed of different things happening around us, and how we perceive the things that that we do and that we experience. You have to always bring things back to the scriptures at the end of the day. The reason I'm going into this in particular is because I was having this thing where I was casting lots about certain things just to kind of see what the Lord wanted me to do in certain situations and things of that nature. And I started kind of putting two and two together with certain things, and I learned a lesson in doing so. Okay, and the lesson that I learned is, it's just like when you go into, I think that's in the book of Job, or is that the book of Kings? Well, there's different examples, but the one is in Kings. Okay, we spoke on it at camp one day. Okay, in the book of Kings, and maybe even in another book. Okay, the sons of the Most High, the sons of God came before the Most High. Okay, and they were, the Lord was looking to deceive King Ahab. And he was asking the different spirits, who would go up and be a lying spirit in the mouth of King Ahab's prophets. Okay, and, of course, the one spirit said, I will go on this wise, I will go on that wise. And Salakia, he said he wants to kill King Saul, not Saul, King, the king slips my mind now, Salakia. But there was a certain king that he wanted to kill, okay? Ahab. And he was asking, well, how will you kill, how will you deceive him and that he may go up and be killed at Ramoth Gilead? Okay? And the one spirit said, I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets. And the Most High said, go. You shall be successful, basically. Yeah, go. I like that idea. You go do that, And so I just kind of noticed, and I was extrapolating, through the lots, off of casting certain lots, okay, and also knowing the scriptures and just different things through the spirit. I extrapolated some information, and I come to the conclusion that, okay, sometimes when you cast a lot, a demon may come and interfere with that lot and may test you to see if you're going to do something that's against the scriptures. For example, one time I was at a Mexican restaurant, okay, and I cook food, so I know what's in tamales. In tamales, traditionally, tamales are made with, a lot of brothers don't know what tamales is, but it's like it's a corn dish, okay, it's a dish made with corn. And traditionally they use pork fat or lard to make tamales. Now, you don't have to use pork fat or lard to make tamales. You can use vegetable shortening or another form of fat to make the tamales and still get the same result. Okay, but our people have a love affair with pork, okay, so they use that to be traditional, and they love the flavor. They love the flavor of pork, man. It just is what it is. So anyway, I casted a lot, like, should I get the tamales? And it fell on yes, and I'm like, something in my spirit was telling me, like, don't eat the fucking tamales. So I'm like, let me ask these people what they make the tamales with. So I asked them what they make the tamales, and they said, yeah, it's pork. So I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute, I casted a lot, and it said eat them. I'm like, I know the Lord ain't telling me I can eat pork. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to cast a lot again. They said you can eat them. So when I asked the dude, I said, are you sure these are made with pork? He was like, yeah, I make them. I put lard in them. I'm like, I'm not eating that shit. So from then on, I just kind of had this thought in my mind, like, okay, lots should be reserved to very important to very important things. The rest of that, it's on you, man. You got to do your research, you know. Lot should be reserved for very important decisions. When you even look at the scenarios in which a lot was cast, it was when it was important. Okay, which one of these men should we make the next disciple? And then they cast a lot, and the lot fell on Matthias. Okay, so you know, it had me thinking, like, okay, the times that we living in, Salakia, my hands all in the way, seducing spirits are out here. Seducing spirits are out here trying to get you to go off. Okay, Satan, your adversary, roam about as a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Okay, and so there's going to be different things that you may do where demons are going to try to trick you. It goes back to that same spirit that was on the serpent. Have he said that you will surely die? Surely you will not die. Are you sure you can't eat pork fat? It ain't technically the flesh of the animal. It's just the pork. It's just the fat. You know, demons, man. You know, demons are going to try to trick you into doing something. And guess what? That same day that whole situation happened at the Mexican restaurant, where the demon was trying to get me to eat those tamales. Guess what? That same day that group of moles, in homosexuals, that group of moles rolled up on us, man. You know, and was trying to tempt us to get carnal. Now imagine if I would have, you know, followed that lot and didn't use wisdom, didn't do my due diligence in that particular situation, and would have just ate the tamales. I would have been unclean. I would have had demons on me, man. You know, from eating that damn pork, man. So, you know, from then on in, I started thinking more and more like, okay, there are some cases in where the lots can be used, and we believe in faith and righteousness that they are true, but that does not stop you from being tested. That does not stop Satan from interfering, okay, with those things. You never know how it might have went up in the heavens. It might have been like, well, yeah, of course he believed the lots because you always leading them to do this and do that. Well, what if we make the lot say some bullshit? Then what? Is he gonna still believe in you? Is he gonna, you know? Who knows how the conversation might have went, you know? But it's just something that I thought about, you know. Seducing spirits are waxing worse and worse. Seducers and seducing spirits. Okay, there's seducing spirits out here, man. They want to beguile you, man, and get you to do some bullshit. And you have to rely and revert back to the spirit, you know. Rely on the spirit. The Most High will give you an unction and will put a certain vibration in your mind that something is not right, you know, and you have to go with that and say, you know what, let me do some more studying on this. Let me think about this more before I actually take action and just do something that's not going to be good, you know. So, hey, you know, just something I was thinking about, man, you know, just a little quick in transit, you know, in these times that we're living in, man. Satan, especially if you're trying to be somebody that the Lord can use for righteousness' sake, if you're trying to be, you know, a person that may be there for brothers when they want to talk to you, or you know, might try to make yourself accessible to do more live streams, or, you know, if a brother needs, whatever, if a brother want to talk, if a brother needs some help, if you're that type of person, the demons are working that much harder to get you to not be accessible, to get you to not be in the truth. Demons don't want people like that in the truth. Why would they? Like I was talking to the brother about, okay, which really that's any of us in this faith. Demons are trying to sift you. Okay? What was said unto Peter? Satan desires to have you that he may sift you as wheat. Roughly paraphrased. Okay? Satan's trying to sift us as wheat because active members of the body provide a benefit to the body, whatever that benefit may be. If you're doing your office that the Yahweh Shem Yahushua set you up in, then demons don't like that, you know, because ultimately, you know, like the scriptures talk about the demons. Okay, it says when the unclean spirit leaveth a man, okay, he wander about in desolate places, okay, and when he come back, he find it empty, swept, and garnished. and he bring you 7 more spirits stronger than himself. Okay? So there's angels that are assigned to you to follow you, to watch out for you, but there's also demons that if you allow them to, will inhabit you the rest of your life. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? There's people that think about Legion. There's enough demons out there to inhabit Legion, and still there's enough demons for 7 demons to now I'm speaking as a man here, but if you think about it, there's got to be enough demons to hypothetically inhabit every person on the planet Earth. Now we know the elect won't have these demons because the Most High has chosen them from the foundation of the earth. Once the Lord has cleansed them, from those demons, they won't get them back. But that spirit is constantly seeking to have its home back. You are that temple for that spirit when you're given unto wickedness, and so that spirit constantly wants to get its dwelling place back. You see, and you gotta watch out, man. That spirit's gonna keep trying to catch you slipping, so it can move back in. That nigga misses his apartment, man. It was real cozy. You see? And that's crazy to even think about, man. There's always a spirit waiting to catch you slipping. Waiting for you to leave that door unlocked so it can creep on in, man. Creep on in. And the way that you protect that house, your temple, and keep those doors locked to those demons is by filling yourself with the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. There's a key word to that part, and you find it empty, swept, and garnished. You don't want to be found empty. You want to be found full of the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. You see? It says, be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the spirit of the Most High, right? So that's what we want to do, man. That's what we want to try to be, man. And hopefully I'm not just sitting here rambling and babbling. Hopefully this makes sense what I'm trying to say, and this lesson is edifying, man. I just want to do a quick in transit, man. Just thinking about it, because I had a scenario, where just thinking about all the things that we need to do here in Babylon the Great, I have different tools at my disposal, like music. I can make beats or whatever. That's cool, I know how to make beats, but man, I saw that video. I saw several videos. I saw a video that Apostle Gabar did, where he was like, look, man, just keep your life outside of this truth simple. Just keep it simple. Okay? And I was like, you know what, he's got a good point. If it's not something that is gonna not require too much of my time, I'm not worried about it. If it requires a big chunk of my time, I'm not doing it. Fuck that shit. If it requires my focus to put more focus into it than into the scriptures, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time. And also, the young gentleman I talked about put that video out today about the dude that used to be in it, well, them dudes, but it was highlighting that one guy who used to be in Chicago, man. And what was that nigga doing, man? He's rolling up a big old blunt, listening to the beats that he made, And that's what comes with that world, man. What comes with that world, especially if you're going to be directly involved in that world, is what? Niggas. Weed and niggas. And pride. Because ultimately it comes down to, if you do something, if you make a beat, and it's very good, you're going to want credit for that beat. You're going to want credit for putting together that work. Okay? And the only way for you to get credit is to put your name on it. And once you put your name on it, niggas is going to desire it. Oh, I want him to make a beat for me. You see? Where's he at? I want him in my studio. And as soon as you get to them studios, 9 times out of 10, 99.9 times out of 100, them niggas are smoking weed, popping pills, drinking lean, full on witchcraft, and demonic energy. And it's just not worth it, man. It's not. No amount of money is worth it, man. And that's why we have to remember to keep that spirit of meekness and of humility, okay, keep that spirit that King Solomon had, where he said, "Feed me with food convenient for me." Okay, give me not much, lest I forget thee. And give me not too little, lest I curse thee and steal. Okay, so it's just definitely a balance that we want to keep. Okay, so that we can serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai unaltered. So we can be thoroughly furnished unto every good work, man. You know, did I turn the wrong street? I did. Anyway, so you know, I ain't gonna beat a dead horse, man. I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem, Rahah B'Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, I'm gonna say Shalom Wa Abba Babal. Shalom Akim.